Hi friends, welcome back to Nestle's Nook. So the other day, now that Mark can start to eat some more of the high fiber foods, the first thing he wanted was some tacos. Well, we had some leftover taco meat, and I said, well, you can have two things with that this week before it went bad. Do you want to have either like some taco pizza or like a taco, it's like a taco pasta dinner thing, which we both like both of them. So he's like, well, go for the pizza. Well, I had bought some French bread pizzas and I cut them in half, and I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Now, you guys like to see more things actually in the Combi, so this is why I'm trying to do that this way. I'm trying to do little things different to see which way always things work out best. So I'll go ahead and I'll bring you down here and show you what we're doing without knocking this tripod. Without knocking the tripod off. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and use my can of enchilada sauce. Now this is just a mild, I don't eat the hot ones. Alright, oops. Try not to make this as messy as possible. Go ahead and put it on the second one too. And the extra I'm just going to go ahead and freeze for like another pizza. So I'm not going to be wasting what's in the can. Now you all know, well, most of you know, I have a freeze dryer, and I have some of my freeze dried refried beans right here. And I wanted to see what this is it's one of those, I don't know for sure if you can see the bottom. It's like one of those you use for your powdered sugar, you know, that you do. So what I'm going to be doing is just sifting some of the pinto beans onto here and actually making this like this would be the beans that it normally would be. And I might have to put just a little bit more sauce on the top, maybe not. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I can put just a little bit more. Put a little bit more sauce on there to kind of like bring back the... Oops, I knew that was going to happen. Bring back the enchilada sauce, or the refried beans a little bit. As I can see, I'm going to have a little bit of a mess, but it's going to be on a tray, so it's going to be okay. So, then what I'm going to be doing is I like to put the cheese on first and put everything on top. And I have my cheese here. When I open up my big things of cheese, I'm going to start to put this on here, by the way. When I open up my big things of cheese that I buy, I like to put them in that half-gallon container or a quart container or whatever, and vacuum down the lid so that it stays actually as fresh as can be during times of using this. So I'm going to go ahead and put on some of the cheese. Like I said, this is going to become a little bit messy, but that's okay. Should maybe put it on the tray first, but that's okay. Alright. Just a little bit more cheese on this one. I like making pizzas off the French bread pizzas. I don't know why, I just really like it. So I'm going to take some of the taco meat, and if there's anything left over on the taco meat, which I think there will be, then I'm just going to go ahead and make up a really small thing of nachos this week for lunch. So go ahead and put some of the taco meat on here. Try to not just to have it just in the middle, but it seems like it only wants to hang out in the middle. Maybe this one won't be as bad. So one thing I don't like about using the French bread pizzas, it's, you know, because it's rounded and stuff. Yeah. Just kind of I'll just spread that out just a smidge, and then I'm going to go ahead and cook it with the onions on it. I'm going to take some of my frozen onions, and I'm going to put some on each part here. And then of course I'm going to have the lettuce and the tomatoes, the salsa if Mark wants any salsa, and then do that to top it with. So anyways, what I'm going to do is raise you up here, and I'll turn on my fan, because even with air frying, this actually does come out and go all over your counter. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in the Combi. I'm putting this on one further down because I don't want it to be so close to the top. Anyone who's watched any of my Combis, anything that you do on the left, you pull up. Everything on the right, you go down. Now, because this is pizza and everything's pretty much cooked, I am going to go ahead and leave it at the 350 because pizza, you know, you want it to be done faster. I don't know why. And I'm going to go ahead and hit start. Now, the timer when it starts, it's not going to take 20 minutes. I'm going to keep an eye on that, and I'll shut that off when it's ready, and I'll bring you back. Alright, so this was about 7 minutes in, which is clearly more than enough. Gives the bread a nice little crust, and cook the stuff up pretty nice. As you can see, that's what it's looking like before we put all the toppings. Let me grab this out of the way so that I can start to get soaked. Mark will put his together, I'll put mine together, and then what I usually do is I take like the shredded lettuce that's left, and I go ahead and just put it in I vacuum seal that down so that stays nice and fresh. You can make yours on if you want. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of lettuce and tomato on here. Here's your spoon for that. Alright. Let's already have onion on here. And of course you could put, you know, your guacamole or, you know, whatever it is that you happen to like on your taco pizzas or sour cream or whatever have you. I'm going to have a little bit of salsa on mine too. And this makes just for such an easy, fast dinner. Of course, then we'll just probably cut this. Maybe we'll just eat it this way though. And so this is like a meal that maybe took a total with cook time and prep time, if I wasn't on film, probably about 10 minutes. There's Mark's, there's mine. So this is, like I said, this is very simple, very easy, very yummy. I really like making the French bread pizzas. So you'll have to let me know if you've done this before. And if you do have a Combi, have you ever made the French bread pizzas in your Combi? Like I said, this was at the 390 for about 7 minutes. So thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you have a very blessed and wonderful day.